Welcome out, ladies and gentlemen, to the RGL Season 5 Invite Grand Finals. I am Bull. I'll have Niall with me shortly. Unfortunately, Sand cannot produce this week. I think he has a sevens match. But nonetheless, we are here. We've arrived. We have after the long Highlander seasons, we have arrived to this very moment. Kingdom Death Monster K&D versus Fred 6 on the exact same three maps that they
Yo,
played in upper bracket finals. What up now?
I'm good with you.
I just started it, so I guess
Say
that
word.
the first thing I want to say is these three maps, Vigil, Cascade, and Lakeside, in that order, are the exact same three maps that were chosen for upper bracket finals. What do you think about that?
I think it's time for a redo. But this time, Fred, they'll be taking the dub this time, I'm
Oh yeah.
sure.
Fred previously lost 2-1 on Vigil after being up 1-0, and they lost Cascade 3-2 after being up 2-0. So we've seen Fred be up on both these maps super convincingly before, but it kind of just slipped away from their hands in both instances. You didn't even get to see Lakeside, so maybe we'll see something different for this grand finals. Fred 6 is the one coming from the lower bracket finals, which means if they want to actually claim the title of first place, they're going to have to win not one but two best of three series. So this could just be the first half of what could be a very long series for Fred 6. But regardless,
Honestly,
in order to get
this is
there,
all going to my plan, bro.
in order to get there, they gotta win this first series. So, I think the roster for Fred 6 might be a little bit different. I think they might have a ringer on a class or something. But
Do they?
they might. We'll see. But the rosters as of now is I'll take K&D. I'll let you take your home team, Brampton Warriors. Over on the side of Kids Next Door, we have Speedy and Etney as your familiar flank, Oblivion on Pyro, Jarrett and Kresnik as your combo, Exaflame on Engineer, Zukima as your medic, and Boar and Demento rounding out your pick classes. What about Fred 6?
We have Pablo and Fusion on interchangeable flank classes, EX Hunter on Pyro, Exile on Demo Man, Carson on Heavy, Blue Wars on Engineer, Chubbs himself on Medic, Lenny on Sniper, and Shotaway on Spy.
So we've already kind of done the one-on-one matchups last week. Again, the flank is really can be a toss-up for either team. Both these flanks are incredibly strong and they excel at different things. Again, the number one trend that we see with Red 6 is their aggression. So we'll be seeing most likely more aggressive plays, especially the bombs coming in from Pablo and Fusion when they kind of interchange from Koth to payload, because normally Pablo plays soldier on payload and then he switches to scout over when it comes to Koth. The pyros, the pyros are about even here. Oblivion, if anyone, it'll be Oblivion that'll have an advantage just due to his past experience with teams like DK and his previous titles. The combo is where it all comes down to. Jarrett and Kresnik versus Exile and Carson, the four best players on their combo classes respectively in the entire league. Um, and for how much Highlander has kind of diminished in skill over the past like 5 years, it's really nice to see at least four of these players that are still, I could consider them A tier. And any of these players, if you name them, they would deserve a first place badge. Um, the thing with the combo from GNA is that sometimes it can kind of contrast with their flank and pick classes. Exile and Carson, at least for this team, have kind of adapted a more aggressive playstyle, but I'd say traditionally they're more passive players, especially Carson. Carson will bait you in and then completely mow your entire team. And I think Exile kind of plays better when he does that passive strategy as well. So it'll be kind of interesting to see if we have that kind of clash when it comes to the playstyles internally within Fred 6. But again, but either of those combos could completely decimate or take pokes at each other. And I'm always excited to see those four players having a two-on-two matchup. Engineers exit for the Walrus with last week's kind of experience with the Enforcer. When it came to Evil kind of mowing down Blue Walrus's guns, we might see some Enforcer use. Thank you for the host, Mr. Del Dongo. We might see some Enforcer, I wouldn't say abuse, but Enforcer usage, at least from Demento and Shotaway. I don't know if they've kind of looked at that and thought of it, but I do know that both these engineers know about the Enforcer and how it just kind of shreds through the engineer's bubble. if you don't know, the Enforcer has a passive where anytime you shoot something, it will pierce. So it will pierce through the Sentry Bubble, it will pierce through Vac Bubbles. But it just means it does max damage. So normally the Sentry Bubble kind of reduces the amount of damage it takes in. The Enforcer just completely ignores and negates that and goes straight through, which kind of melts guns, especially like we saw last week. So that's really the only thing I can bring up for Engineers. I don't know how they'll kind of counter that, but we'll see. Medics, Zukima and Hypedad 32. Both these medics kind of new to their roles. Zukima having press experience on almost every single class in Highlander, at least the combo ones, when it comes to making these grand finals. And I guess this will kind of just round out his expertise when it comes to playing every single combo class in a grand final. So Zukima has been getting better over the season, but has been a bit shaky, and I could say the exact same for Hypedad 32. Both these medics kind of showing how they're kind of new, but nonetheless, it's kind of crazy to see two medics that are completely new to the role, both ending up in the exact same grand finals for a season. And then, another baller matchup is the pick classes. Boar and Demento against Lenny and Shadowway. The exact same thing I'll say about them that I'll say about the combo. Either of them could decimate the other. Like we saw last week, Lenny was getting, once once Demento was getting shut down, Lenny was completely just dominating the entire field. But if you let Boar, off his chain, he's gonna retaliate with just as good, if not better, shots that Lenny's gonna hit. So both of these flanks, or both these pick classes, have to be controlled, and if they're not, they are going to get completely off the chain, and that will go for both of those equally. So I'm just really excited for both these teams. They have like six of the 9 players who are literally like neck and neck. I couldn't really give you a super clear advantage. So I think that's really what it comes down to when it comes to the actual roster analysis. But Coach Bucks, what do you think of the maps? These are the exact same maps that we saw 2 weeks ago. Bucks?
Honestly,
Yeah.
things are about to switch up this time, We've polished up our hold. We practiced our retakes of points over and over again. But let's just say, have you guys ever heard of the money hold?
I have not heard of the money hold, Coach Bucks. Have they been practicing that?
If you know, you
You
know.
know.
That's all I have
Okay,
to
we'll be
say.
surprised. Alright, so again, we might have a slight roster switch up for Fred 6. I think it's either Hunter or Exile might be missing. And if Exile is missing, that will be a very, very big switch up. But at least for now, we're going to assume that all 18 of these players listed are playing in the match. And let me get rid of the timer because they are joining the server. Any switch ups yet? No, it looks like... Oh, okay, so we do have one switch up. It looks like Chad 420 is in the server.
420?
Yeah, let me get rid of the...
That's like today.
Hold on, I have to... Yeah, we can get rid of this. And we can also get rid of the rosters. Alright, I don't know if you guys just caught that, but let me hold down tab. It looks like Chad 420 is in the server. This might be the ringer that I'm referring to. I didn't think Chad 420 would be replacing him, but
this ringer will change everything.
yeah, again, everyone from K&D, yeah, looks like, yeah, Azuki, all the players from K&D are on their, that I expected are in the server, but the Olympian is Pablo, I believe. Let me get a double check on that. Yeah, the Olympian is Pablo, so the only toss-up right now is Chad 420. I don't know if he joined the server as a troll or what's going on, but I'm not going to change anything yet until I see a ready up from both these teams. What would he even play? Heavy?
I think so.
Because Carson's in the server.
I've seen him play heavy in Pugs.
Okay, well Carson's in the server, so if they ready up, this will be Chad 420's first invite grand finals. Actually, this will be his first invite debut in grand finals. I am excited. I'm going to switch over to this. There we go. Alright, so we're going to let these players join the server. I'm actually going to keep tab open the entire time because I am really interested to see if Chad 420 stays in the server or if he gets kicked or something. Hold on. How do I... Is it plus scoreboard? There we go. I'm going to leave that open for a second. I'm going to go check the RGL chat logs, or like the match comms. I'm going to go see if this was actually posted in match comms. 1 second. Playoffs 4. No, there's nothing posted in match comms yet for ringers. So that's yeah. But Candy has all their main classes. Speedy, Etney, yep. Candy is all 9 of their mains, so nothing's different from there. Everyone that we expected is there. But okay, so Hunter is there. So who are they missing? So Scout Pablo, Fusion isn't in the server yet. Hunter is in the server. Exile is not in the server. Carson's in the server. Flu Walrus is in the server. Hype Dead's in the server. Lenny's not in the server. So I don't know who. So Dave or Chad 420 is either replacing. Oh, uh-oh. Who is Dubmeister? I think that's Lenny. I need to get out a double check because he has a blank profile. Okay, that is Lenny. So Lenny actually got his Steam account hijacked a few days ago because he clicked a phishing link. So he's got his account back, but I guess his thing is still he still has a blank picture. And then Doug will be Fusion. So Dave is Chad 420 is replacing Exile.
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
So I made a prediction that Exile was not going to be in the server, and he will not be. I don't know if there will be roster switch-ups or what, but Chad 420 is in the server, and it looks like here to stay, as every other person from Fred 6 is in the server except for Exile. And Chad 420 has not been kicked yet. Oh.
Honestly,
So, as a coach of Brampton Warriors, what are you thinking right now?
I stand by this decision.
You stand by the decision. Now, if you had to make a guess,
100%.
what's he gonna play? I'm probably heavily. Like Chad, 420 usually plays heavy.
Yeah.
So
He's
what's
a
Carson
heavy
gonna play
player.
then? Carson's
I've
on
never
Spy
seen
right
him
now.
miss.
Actually, are they rocking a? Okay, I'm not gonna make any crazy assumptions yet, but because it's just a DM right now, but they're all in different classes right now. But it's just DM. I'll leave that for a second.
Everything has gone to my plan.
I can't believe it
planned
because
this since
you don't
the
understand.
beginning of the
If
season.
both these teams ready up, not only right will this be Chad 420's first invite debut, this will be his first invite debut in the Season 5 Grand Finals. How many people can say they've made their debut in a Grand Finals? I still don't know if this is a troll or if he's just gonna get kicked in the next few seconds because we are 90 seconds behind. Looks like there's a ton of BM coming in for the chat. As a ready up comes in, is it gonna start? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the RGL Invite Season 5 Grand Finals, K&D versus Fred 6, starting on the map Payload Vigil, and they have readied up with Chad 420 on heavy. I guess if I want to go over these rosters real quick, because they have completely changed, everything on K&D is the exact same, but Fred 6 roster in the order of classes is Hype Dad 32 on Scout, Pablo on Soldier, Flu Walrus on Pyro, Shotaway on Demo Man, Chad 420 on Heavy, Fusion on Engineer, Pablo on Medic. I guess Hunter and him just switched. Lenny is staying on Sniper, and Carson will be on Spy. So the only person main classing is Lenny. Again, I remind you, this is live. This is the Season 5 Invite Grand Finals. RGL is also casting this.
Everything has gone to my plan.
We're
I
live.
planned this since
They're
the
locking
beginning
into
of
these
the
classes.
season. I planned this
All
since
right,
the
well,
beginning of the season.
let's check the
We've cracked
loadout.
the siege.
Is Shadowway on? Shadowway is on stickies. Okay. All right. Well, whatever. We're gonna go with it. Here we go. Starting
These are
in.
definitely shot-away stickies.
Here we go. It is live. He dead the stickies immediately. Not gonna find anything here. As Chubbs 420, Chubb is running straight into the cart. Gonna die to the bullets of Kresnik as Flora somehow gets picked as well. That's no scout, no power for the defense. Fred 6 right now. As Lenny gonna start off with a nice pick for his team. Speedy will be the first death from the side of Kids Next Door as he gets another snipe on a boar. Demento is behind. Demento wants to find anything that he can get here, but he is caught up by Shadowway. Shadowway gonna find him, almost kills him. Will actually kill him. He might pay for that, but he will back up. That'll be the end of the first hold for the side of. Oh, for the side of Fred 6 as the bomb comes in. Oblivion actually gets the forest onto Pablo as Jarrett flies right above them, and they're just gonna go all over the heads and back in the tunnel. As that's gonna be the end of the first hold. Where's my? Let me see where's my bottom thing? It doesn't show me the cart time on the bottom. Maybe after they cap will reload scheme. Uh-oh. Well, we're going to be working with with no panel right now, as it looks like Fred 6 is getting super aggressive actually across the hill. It looks like Lenny is actually on the PP rifle. He's going to die for his sins, as they're going to use right across the hill. Chubbs 420 going to die as well. Shadow going to get picked off. They're now 3 down on the side of Kids Next Door with the gun to pick off Demento. That'll be their only consolation prizes, as Candy's completely bomb rushing across this point. They will pick up Edney as well, but they're already 4 down from the side of Fred 6. They're just completely bomb rushing the cart. 5 down. I think this second one of the behemoths of the holds, you know, of this map, he's just going to get completely taken down as Pablo trying to run for his life again. Pablo is on medic, almost gets balled at the very end of it, but that's going to be 2 points in the matter of, what, less than 2 minutes? A minute and a half. That's a completely blitzing time. Yeah, the cart time's on top, but I actually can't see the progress. You know what I'm saying, on the bottom? I'll have to find the panel when it comes to get to halftime, but 30% advantage for the side of Fred 6. This might be the footing that they need again. It is their third hold. But Fred, K&D completely blitzing it right now again, but Fred 6 does have that advantage. Hopefully they can hold around this corner pretty aggressively, as they're just going to sit here for a minute. Yeah, maybe Vigil speed on a Chubbs 420. It looks like Hyped at 32 going to take it out. The use comes in from Fred 6. They might get Exa. Shotaway getting it super deep, but he won't kill Exa.
That's a Shotaway.
They're 3 down, they're 4 down, they're 5 down. A pretty aggressive Uber coming from the side of Fred 6.
Get on Chad 420.
Oh yeah, Chad 420. You gotta kind of question, when they just get sapped by Demento. Chubbs 420 trying to find sort of pick. Carson is behind on that spy. Can he find a pick? He's the only one alive. Oh, looks like he's gonna get seen and lower. That's gonna be a 2:32. Can we see a sub 4-minute time? An invite grand final. Shall we getting taken out by the like to Speedy, as Jared is going to completely roll into the last year. They're 5 down from the side. Is this going to be a sub 4 minutes in grand finals invite? Flu Walrus is getting called as inting into the chat as a spy. Carson tries to get to sab onto Jarrett. Nice Pop going to clean him up. They're only 3 up.
Dropped.
Oh, they dropped? Oh my god, he actually did drop. There actually will be a drop, but Demento going to get the retaliation pick. Oh, and the pipes coming in. Shadow getting taken down. I think, ladies and gentlemen, we might actually have a sub 4 minute. Can we get a 3.5? They're completely just inting the entire time. 2 up from the side of Fred 6. I can't wait to see the chat here. They're completely rolling in. They need to get some sort of salvage. Car's going to activate the dead ring onto the car, trying to get the decoy onto the car. Alan Kresnik, he will block it by a little bit, but Oblivion's going to find it. We're going to have a 3:20, sub 3.5, 3 minutes and 24 seconds. HUD say text. Time 12. Good round. Good rounds coming in from the side of Fred 6, as bottom scoring will be Flu Walrus on Pyro. Again, this is not a joke. We are live. This is the first half of the first map.
Quarantine.
I know, and I don't really know what I'm looking at. Zukim are going to set some crit sickies with Jarrett here, as maybe the offense, Pablo might opt to switch to crits. No, I think they're going to stick with Uber here. Oh yeah, well no, logs. We'll do logs after half. We don't want to do mid-half logs. Those are kind of iffy.
See,
what do you think? I'm at a loss right now.
This is a Brampton Warriors strat here. This is called shock and awe.
Ah.
See, think about it like this.
Okay.
You know what's crazier than getting a 3-minute cap?
What?
Beating a 3-minute cap.
That's true. Ooh, Boar in the corner with the Huntsman. I'm actually gonna stay on his cam for a second because he's right outside the spawn. He's sitting right here. Can he get the pick? Oh, he actually lands a headshot onto Shotaway, but he will back up off it, and he actually gets out with his life as the Mental gonna get taken down by the Cowmangler of X-Hunter, as some sacks will come in from the side of Fred 6, trying to get their time onto the cart, but it looks like Pablo's already left spawn with Uber Charge. As the base jumper sack comes in from Shadowway, gonna get taken down. We're actually seeing a forward hold from the side of Kids Next Door. I haven't seen a forward hold in a while, and one good forward hold here could completely send Fred 6 packing, as this gun is gonna be a problem for them. Boar getting taken down by the ham shank of Flu Walrus, who should have gotten on that camp, but I think he just completely hammed him down. As Jarrett goes down to the Huntsman from the side of Lenny, and they're actually at 7v7 right now with a gun. You gotta take this exchange here. Who is he gonna use on though? Is it going to be Shotaway? Where is Shotaway, Cam? Here is Shotaway, peeking in the corner. He knows the gun's here. Oh, the gun I think already either got taken down or got pulled back as a Candy concedes first. 2 and 2:20 left on the clock, and it looks like Fred 6 wants an aggressive Uber around the corner. Here comes the use. Exit get taken down. He's going to get the exchange on top of Kresnik Bobby as Jarrett gets taken down right behind the Uber. The reflex pipe going to completely demolish both Shotaway and Chubbs. That's going to completely end that push as Pablo did manage to live with his life. You know, Boar peeking here across the hill. Can he find someone? Flew Walrus still on that ham, man. He's on the ham and the jetpack, and he wants to take down a Demento, but Demento got a big click behind him. Here comes the ham. He's going to get Revolver down to death. Is now 4 down from the side of the offense. Fred 6, 1 minute and 50 seconds left. If they want to win this round, is going to be a.
They don't have the 20s camera now.
It has to be a blitz time if they want this. But they're kind of just getting hard holds here. The good wipe coming up out of Kids Next Door, 50% advantage, a minute and a half left on the clock. I can't believe I'm saying that. This might be one of the, if not the fastest half in the grand finals history across every single game mode. Here comes some aggression from Fred 6. They need to find some sort of footing before they get Uber here, because once Candy gets Uber, I think that might be GG's. They have to get some sort of drop or forces. They're trying to bomb rush into tunnel here. They're subbing so many players in here, and they don't really find out when the gun's going to pick off Shotaway. That's going to be bad as we see the spy get behind, but Kresnik completely rolling the entire time at like 1 health, but it continues to pick up the kills. The medic goes down. No Pablo. There's only a minute on the clock, and I don't even know if this is possible. Here comes a bomb from Hunter, trying to get a salvage. No force yet. Zukima holding on to that 100% Uber. Carson going to find the pick on a Kresnik with a nice stab. But again, 60 seconds left on the clock. I don't think we will be seeing anything of the sorts from Fred 6. I don't even think it's possible. I think it's only possible if they stay on the cart time 3 the entire time, but I doubt Kids 6 will let that happen.
All I'm saying is that right now, the Brampton Warriors aren't really playing the game. We're discussing next round.
Next round. Yeah, I think that this round just might be a fluke right now. Yeah, 30 seconds. It's impossible for them to cap at this point. So actually, Zuki dropped the shot away, as you know, the rest of the team will die for Zuki's death. But if you're Fred 6 right now, you know this is a really fast time. We're thinking right now, how do we have a better defense, right? Because that was a really bad defense. Fred 6 right now is thinking, how do we make this defense better? What do you think? What do you think they're talking about being team coach?
I'm afraid I'm not going to reveal
yeah, that's fair.
The team environment that we have.
This is granted they're all. Yeah, 2 seconds on the clock. That will be the end of the first half. Kids Next Door going to take the first map, 1-0 Vigil. Going into the second, we're going to update scores real quick and find the logs before they're ready up quick, because I have the tingling sensation that they will be readying up really fast here. 1-0, yep, here is the instant ready up. I'm going to switch to the desktop here. We're gonna go to log. Is this Pablo? Let's look up Pablo. Oh, that's the wrong Pablo. This one, Vigil. Top damaging the server will be Jarrett going at 5 and 1. Actually, nope, that was at the half. Can we get this?
Log.
Let's see here.
Post log.
They haven't updated yet. It still says 435. Wait, was it 435? No, it was 435. This is updated! 435! I forgot! Okay, yeah, so the entire half, Jarrett top damaging 5 and 1 with 2200 damage. Top fragging will be Oblivion 7 and 2. Rocking that pyro. Top deathing will be Chubbs with a embarrassing 3 and 7 stat line. Top damage taken will be Shotaway going 1 and 5 as well.
All I'm gonna say is, do not look at Flu Walrus' stats.
Yeah,
do not look at
Flu
it.
Walrus 0 and 5 with 0 Oh my god.
Getting out-frayed by both medics.
Flu Walrus got out-damaged by both medics. Flu Walrus 0 and 5 with 0 damage on Pyro. Not what you want to see in Grand Finals. When it comes to Grand Finals, you want to be seeing these players step up, kind of prove their worth, and it's just completely embarrassing to see, someone, especially a fragging class, get no damage. Kind of a shame. As looks like there will be like a 19 kill margin, about 2 team wipes in the favor of Kids Next Door. The medics almost, oh my god, Zuki having almost 2 times the heals of Pablo. But he did actually have 1 drop to where Pablo did not have a drop. Heals spreading, looking like Shotaway getting the front end of those heals here. As if you want to take a look at SVS, 3 for 1 in the favor of Lenny. So Fred 6 will be starting on the offense again. And maybe Fred 6 can get a last cap here, as Shotaway will be dying in spawn, starting this off with a bit of a cooldown onto his timer, As Hunter gonna be the first casualty of this half as Pablo getting super aggressive. The pipes come in. Here comes the insta use from the side of Fred Six. The shot away bomb straight in and dies to Krizik. Doesn't get the flash as they're already 5 down from the side of from the side of Fred Six. Gotta be an insta wipe, and that'll be the end of the first push here, as hopefully Fred Six can kind of find their footing, maybe continue on, you know, into this this grand final series here. A bit like a 30% Uber advantage from the side of Fred Six, or not, sorry, Kids Next Door rocking the defense again, doing the forward hold. And Shoei gonna die his what, third or fourth time in the past 30 seconds. An amazing amount of times you can die as demo here, as they're gonna continue on. Actually, already 3 down from the side of Fred Six. They can't seem to regroup. They need to regroup as a team and try to, you know, get this push into it here. But you know, it's fine. They're kind of just finally getting some time into the cart. Pablo still with that 50% Uber disadvantage. Maybe Fred Six can find a footing here. Looks like, ooh, a bit of a roster change is actually. Chubb's on Cypher, Lenny is on Scout. So they kind of did change it up a little bit. Maybe these changes will go into their favor as, again, Boar picking up those kills, and like every single kill. That's actually a second one. He gets the Cypher to
keep in mind that Chubbs used to DM Andrew back in the day. Like in 1v1s in CSGO, like, he's really that nice.
Yeah, dude. It looks like we actually see a flank push coming in from the side of Fred Six. They're all super weak right now. All of them in this corner completely demolished. As Pablo's still pretty healthy, still with a 33% advantage. As the gun actually gets the, I think it got disabled by the Cow Mangler. As Eddie will go down trying to bomb across his Jarrett, gonna get out with his life. As we will see a first cap coming outside of Fred Six. Good work from them. Looks like it might be on the little slower end of a first hold, but you know what? Not that bad. At the end of the day, you got the hold you wanted, and that will be continuing. As again, more roster changes. Carson will be onto the Soldier, as X-Hunter will be rocking that Spy, and I think that'll be the 4. That'll be the extent of our class, which is, as Uber going to come in real soon. Here comes the use onto the Engineer. Krizik getting super weak. Actually, will get taken down by Fusion's Uber. As they're trying to back up.
Doug.
Yeah, dude, it actually will get stuffed at the very tail end of it, but Zukima going to retain this full Uber advantage, as Candy looking to have a pretty solid hold on second here. It is 7v7. We're trying to make some space into the bottom cave here. As, again, you know, welcome to Grand Finals. Continuing on, it looks like Lenny is above, trying to find some sort of pick on Azuki. Wow, actually get completely obliterated by the unwrangled gun of
Right,
Exoflamer.
get on Chubbs' cam. Get on Chubbs' cam.
Alright, Chubbs' cam. Looks like Chubbs is on Sniper here with the op,
Chubbs
peeking down.
Change this game.
Wizard hitting the Huntsman headshot onto Dave. Chad 420, here is Chubbs. Wow, just going to eat a ton of spam, going to die around that corner. As, do we still see a Handshake Pyro? I think he's dead right now. Here he is. We still have the Hamshank Pyro. I think we're going to stay on him for a life. We got to see, you know, maybe, you know, legitimately, right? Like, the Spy is a successful class, right? He gets the insta shots with, you know, the backstab. Maybe the Pyro can as well. I mean, who's to say, you know, like, one class can't do something or the other? Like, you know, Soldier has splash damage, so does Demo. It's non-discriminative. And when you kind of, you know, put that into the perspective of, you know, every other class, if the Spy can backstab, you know, why can't the Pyro? So he's kind of, like, taking those, you know, ideologies on a spin, and you actually really like to see these kind of experimented in the grand finals, right? If there's a time where you want to see, you know, really crazy nut strategies come out, it's Grand Finals, and Blue Walrus is doing exactly that. You know, sitting to the back end, he's trying to find sort of entry. You know, the whole disadvantage as Pyro is you can't find a decloak. He will get spotted, he will get spy checked by Oblivion, but he will get almost make it out with his life. He actually does get counter backstabbed by Oblivion. But, you know, kind of a little silly thing getting counter backstabbed by the other Pyro. But, you know what, sometimes it happens, kind of get exposed. You just gotta, you know, go into your next life and move on. As, you know, again, the offensive Fred Six trying to find any sort of desperate footing they can. They're still sitting with around a 30% Uber disadvantage. They've only ever had advantage once this game. Getting 2-shot is Chubb's Type 32 with the speedy 2-shot.
What
up?
Do you know what a backwoods is?
Is that like ghetto?
I was just wondering. Is that yes or no?
No.
Alright.
Alright.
Just wondering.
The offense still trying to get their way. Carson going down. The Soldier comes in. Aiden picking up 2. A massive flank bomb coming in from behind. Can he pick up any more? Again, these headshots from Boar. I think Boar is impeccable when it comes to the Huntsman finding 1 or 2 headshots. Zuki sitting on a comfortable full Uber advantage right now, as they're going to continue onto this second hold. 3 minutes up on the clock before the time expires, and if you're Fred 6, you need to get this push up, because second is that behemoth, and if you get the second hold, you might be able to bank off the fact that you could You might just be able to hard hold Candy on second point. Chubb's gonna die to some sickies as Carson gonna get completely denied as they still don't have Uber from the side of Fred 6. Trying to sit in there for a bit. Looks like Lenny trying to get some sort of, again, we kind of seen these interesting plays coming from Fred 6. He's trying to find a fan of war, because if he can mark someone for death, that means they will take 35% extra damage from the mini crits. So that'll make him take 135% damage. Here comes Blue Walrus again. He has a jetpack on Spy, doing some circles around. He actually will get one backstab on Oblivion, but he won't, because his teammate will finish him off. As again, 4 down for the side of Fred 6, and they'll be kind of reset here. As the mental behind is going to pick up 1, 2. Can he make it 3? He will make it a 3rd with the assistance of Speedy, and they're just going to have the reset here from the side of Fred 6. Carson about half health here. Looks like Shadowage wants to get this as a Spy Demento going for an aggressive to cloak. As Shadowage or Pablo will see him getting 1 solid. Can he get 2? He won't get 2, but he will get 1. That will allow him to get this Uber margin a bit closer into his favor as they're trying to push across hill. Looks like Shadowage getting super aggressive, almost taking down Aiden as he's going to continue on. Here comes the aggressive peek from Chubbs. Chubbs trying to go for a God shot. You got to respect it. Not quite going to hit it, but maybe he'll hit it next time as they are now 5 down from the side of Fred 6. And looks like we have some melee dares coming in chat. A minute and a half left on the clock. That's all the time that Fred 6 has if they want to get this second cap. This Uber will be coming in pretty soon from Fred 6, assuming that they don't die yet. But Pablo looks like he wants to use onto Shadoway, so let's get onto the Shadoway cam. Captain Jack in the drop down. Here comes the use real soon. He actually gets a drop before the Uber. Pablo in the corner. Every single one of them are in the corner. And will it be, here comes the use, I think? No, it's a bonk. It's actually a bonk use. So he used on the bonk, and they're actually trying to get behind here. Ooh, but Pablo has a second thought and decides not to flank with Lenny. I think Pablo might die at the tail end of this Uber as Demento is kind of trolling on the Ambassador right now. Don't know why you'd want to pick that, but Lenny all the way behind here, trying to infiltrate the enemy's team base, sitting around here, trying to jump off on here.
Captain Jack.
Yeah, but Lenny's still kind of infiltrating the back lines. Don't want to be too loud or else they might hear me from, the team production couch. But Lenny gonna sit back here and just gonna infiltrate. Right, so we're gonna go back to the live action as Boar, the Huntsman here, trying to find any sort of snipes from behind. He's gonna see Fluara. He's gonna let his scout clean it up as there's only 27 seconds left on the clock here. Can Fred 6 get this capture? It'll be an absolute clutch if they do. 20 seconds on the clock. They have Spawners coming in. They have to touch this cart real soon. As again, full Uber advantage from the side of K&D. They have to get some sort of massive play, a drop, a force, anything, and cut it up excellently. 10 seconds on the clock. Can Fred 6 touch it? They have to touch it real quick. Here comes X-Hunter from behind. The no drop coming as the use comes in from the side of Kids Next Door. 2 down. Here comes the back cap. So the side of Fusion. Bobby sees it. Kresnik running to the court as fast as he can. They're 3 down from the side of Fred 6. They're running straight to the court. Will they get the capture? They almost hit it, but it gets blocked by the side of Kids Next Door. The fist coming in, picking up 1-2. The entire combo gets wiped from the side of Fusion. Almost getting the capture as Hunter. He almost caps it straight in as Fluoris sacking his life for the cart. Can he touch it? Here comes all the spawns from the side of Fred 6. Oh, it gets so close to the capture, but they will not quite salvage it out, as that will be the end of the defense for the second half for Kids Next Door. The defense now in the hands of Fred 6, and we got a question: can they hard hold just as good as Kids Next Door did?
They will.
Yeah, that was actually really close. They actually almost capped that second point. It might have been a slow time, but getting that capture is better than not. And it looks like we'll have a bit more roster switch-ups here, as looks like Lenny will be sticking on Scout, Hunter will be on Soldier this time, Carson rocking the Demo Man as HypeDad32 on his original Spy. HypeDad32 has been playing since Season 6 of UGC, and he was originally a Spy main, so, kind of seeing him go full circle, coming back to his roots, and, hell, maybe he'll pop off on it. So again, what up?
So... do you think Carol Baskin killed her husband?
Man, we can't be bringing up those scandals right now on the stream, man. We keep that for post-stream, Oh, again, yeah, we actually haven't mentioned it in the very start of it, but we will be interviewing both of these teams once the result of the match comes in, and whoever his team's favor. If Fred 6, wins this entire, best of 3, it might be some sad faces, gloomy faces from the side of Kids Next Door. Starting itself will be a pick onto Captain Jack. Looking Shadowway, trying to get for an aggressive pick as he will get taken down real quick. But it looks like they're actually opting to do a forward hold as well from the side of Fred 6, trying to mirror what Kids Next Door did. Nice positioning from Dave. Going to completely send Jarrett flying across the room as they're actually now 3 down from the side of the defense. 4 down to include spawns as Pablo getting a bit weak from the spam up. Jarrett going to back up into the tunnel. As, yeah, the gun and Chad 420 going down straight as back-to-back as a Demo Knight comes in from Carson, trying to get the pick on a board, hits him once with the sword. Can he find the second one? Here comes the melee for both these players. Can they try to find it? Pipe battle coming in, but the spam comes in, the assistance comes in, the backup ending going to help clean up Carson, as they're going to completely blitz first is Kids Next Door, and, oh.
Oh.
Looks like we had a bit of server lag, but it looks like Kids Next Door actually did manage to cap out that half, and they will be Kids Next Door winning the first map in a clean, dominating 2-0 in the grand finals, which means it's only one more map. Kids Next Door needs to win one map to win the grand finals. All right, so let's switch over to logs. So what do you think of that? Was throwing Vigil like strategic? Because again, Fred 6 is a KOF team. You know, by every single definition, they're an aggressive team. They're trying to get, you know, be as aggressive as possible. They just lost Vigil, okay, but you know the rest of the two maps, Vigil or Cascade and Lakeside, are both KOF maps. They're both super aggressive for that team, and they might actually be able to turn it back on these two maps. Because if there's gonna be maps that they can turn it back on, it will be KOF. So we'll see how they do there. Vigil top damaging will be Jared again, 19 and 1 this time, a much more longer half. Actually, this half was almost 2.5 times longer than the previous half. Top fragging will be Speedy by one more kill over Jarrett with a 10 and 4 stat line. Top damaging will be Jared again. Top deathing will be Shadowway as usual, except Shadowway not on Spy this time, on Sniper and Demo, rocking a pretty you know, interesting 5 and 20 KD. If you look at bottom damaging, Flu Walrus bottom damaging again, but it looks like he will be out-damaging Zukima. Good job by him, but unfortunately still getting out-damaged by Pablo on the medic. And then top damage taken, of course, is Chad 420, 2 and 11 on the heavy.
The logs found.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, free up my broski Joe Exotic. He doesn't deserve his sentence. Free up my guy.
Joe Exotic?
Yeah, free up
no,
my
you
guy.
can't free him, man. Looks like a kill differential.
Guy.
Wow, this is one of the most dramatic kill differentials I've seen in the entire game. Nonetheless, a grand finals, 108 to 30. That is a 78 kill difference. Oh, what, 8? Yeah, that's almost 9 different team wipes. K&D had almost a 9 team wipe advantage on Fred 6. I have not seen that in all of my days of casting and playing. Heal difference, again, Zuki having 4,000 more heals than Pablo. Pablo having the drop this time, but it looks like Pablo will actually have his heals be heavy actually. 32% on Chad 420. A lot of your heals to be putting into a heavy who went 2 and 10 or 2 and 11 the last half, and then again SVS actually 0-0 this time with Chubbs and Boar not getting killed into each other. I'm gonna combine these real quick to see what the combined app for Vigil looked like. Let's combine these. KDM 2.0 Fred 6. We'll upload these. We'll take a look at these combined logs real quick, as they're already starting to ready up.
Yo, honest to God, if anyone wants to talk shit about Joe Exotic, add me on Steam, man. I don't care for no disrespect for my guy, man. He needs to be free, bro. He needs to be with the cats, man. Like Carol Baskin literally framed this guy, man. Carol Baskin,
Carol Baskin framed Joe Exotic?
Yeah, man.
But, like, what about that shed, though? How'd that shed burn down? Thank you for the follow.
It was Carol Baskin.
I guess these logs don't want to combine? What do you mean what happened? So currently we are sitting at a 2-0 advantage for the side of Kids Next Door. Nothing's really, you know, I guess if you want to say what happened, that's what's like Fred 6 is asking themselves. If you're in Fred 6's, you know, shoes right now, you're saying, you know, what happened? How do we fix this in the future? But, you know, if you're from the side of Fred 6, you don't actually have to ask that question too hard, because they just lost, you know, their map as predicted, Vigil. They're not a really good payload team. They've never really been a super, you know, crazy payload team. But if there is a map, if there are series that Fred 6 is good at, it is going to be these KOF maps. And we actually saw them, you know, again, these are the exact same maps that we saw coming in from the side of the upper bracket finals. These are the exact same maps in a row that Kids Next Door and Fred 6 played in the upper brackets. So this map actually started out in a 2-0 favor of Fred 6 before they lost the next successive 3 rounds in a row. 2-3, they lost that map, but we've definitely seen some, you know, potential from inside of Fred 6. They can definitely 100% contest with Kids Next Door on this map, and if it gets to Lakeside, we might even see more of it, because again, if this is Fred 6's domain, they love the aggression, they love playing super deep into teams, especially on Koth, so, you know, I just can't wait to see what happens here, you know. The first map will be in Kids Next Door's favor, but, you know, if Fred 6 can find footing on this map, they could take it all the way, and again, if they do win this best of 3 series, they will have to win the next one, because they did come in from the lower bracket. But you know what? You got to think big when you're in these scenarios, when you come in from the lower bracket, and I guarantee you right now, Fred 6 is thinking big. Alright, so, looks like Sigafu mauled it and killed the RGL stream. Alright, so if you're just coming in from the RGL stream, I'm sorry that I got killed, but I will continue to provide coverage for this match. You know, again, this is the grand finals. I don't know why you wouldn't cover it, especially if you're the league. Come on, cover your match, man.
Right.
But you know what? I'll do it gladly. And Niall, we're now the face of this match. We have about 100 viewers. What are you thinking, Niall? Let's do it. I am stoked for this grand finals, ladies and gentlemen. Again, Season 5 invite, the top of the league. The entire thing is going on. Here we go. We're going to have the ready up real soon. Will we see some class changes this time from the side of Fred 6? What do you think?
Listen, if you think about it, RGL didn't even cover like any match.
They didn't.
This
We did.
season,
We
man.
did.
No, we did.
We covered the entire season.
Out of the bottom of our hearts.
Out of the
man.
bottom of our hearts, we love you. We love all you guys, and you know what? We love Highlander, man. We love casting these. These are always a blast to do. And, you know, we're gonna do it all the way out. We're here at the Grands, where we might be at the end of the road, you know, or we might not. Again, depending on how Fred 6 turns up this map. In my opinion, if Fred 6 win this map, I think they could probably take it to Lakeside. And if they take it to Lakeside, then God knows at that point, you know.
No, honest to God, man, free up my guy Joe Exotic. Man.
Joe Exotic. If you have any, you know, opinions on Joe Exotic, who's the other one? Carol.
Yeah, Carol Baskin.
So Carol Baskin or Joe Exotic, if you kind of have any opinions on those, please post them in chat. Joe Exotic, you know, not actually being that bad of a guy when you kind of, you know, put it into perspective, as we're waiting for these teams to get 18 to the server. And I don't know what the actual classes will be this time, but we are sitting at a pretty good 16. And it looks like chat's not really popping in-game, no BM yet, so we'll see what happens there. But any thoughts? Any thoughts on Carol Baskin or Joe Exotic?
Honestly, like, would you really expect anything different from a team that I'm coach of?
Exactly.
This would be happening to in grand finals.
Yeah.
I'm the coach of this team. Would you expect anything different?
I guess this is what you're like referring to when you said you're gonna bring out some, you know, crazy strats for grand finals, and
That's
crazy
what
they
I'm
are.
saying.
And actually, even though teams might think, you know, they're kind of disappointed in what's happening right now, you have to understand this is grand finals, and teams will pull out any strategies that they want to. So even though you might think that Fred 6 might be out at, you know, the tail end of this, they're not getting that much from it. You have to understand, this is grand finals. This might actually be part of Fred 6's plan to, you know, take over the mind game. Maybe Fred 6 has already won the mental game over Kids Next Door, and they can just, you know, completely wipe them now. Because if Kids Next Door is in that, you know, trolling mood, I guess you could say, per se, and you know, Fred 6 comes in this map and just completely starts trying and, you know, wipes it, we could see a definite comeback. You know, like you never know. You never know to see. You know, when you're in the grand finals. You know, both these teams, they've been playing the entire season up for this moment, and you know what, this moment could extend next week if Fred 6 wins this half. So only thing we can do, you know, we can keep saying all we want for the next, you know, 10 minutes, but once they ready up, that's when we'll see both these teams' true colors. What were you thinking of the you know, the class changes, considering you are team coach? Like, you know, Chubbs on Sniper, Lenny on Spy, you know, any sort of thoughts on that strategy?
My decision.
Oh. So, what were you thinking when you're putting Chubbs on Sniper?
Have you ever seen him pick up the AWP, bro?
Ooh, I have seen Chubbs on the AWP.
It's over, bro. Just
Now,
give up.
I must say, in order to favor the chat is absolutely loving Flu Walrus and his kind of, you know, interesting take on the Spy. Again, if you weren't here when we first tried it, Flu Walrus actually took a spin on the Spy as Pyro, and it kind of actually got us thinking, you know, the Soldier has blast damage and so does the Devilman. Why is one class locked to only one role? You know, why can't the Pyro also do the same stuff the Spy does? And Flu Walrus took that concept, put it on his head, and he completely, you know, beautifully executed it as, you know, even though maybe it didn't go super well the first half, the second half, you know, he had more damage, he had more kills, and he, you know, he kind of took that spin. And when you're in the grand finals of a match, if there is a single setting that you're gonna try, to use super crazy strategies, it's going to be the grand finals. And Blue Walrus did that exactly. Put the the world on its head, and he did the Spy Pyro. And again, it might have not worked the first half that well, but second half, oh, it definitely had way better results. Let me see if I can get this these logs to correctly combine. For some reason, they actually weren't combining. So maybe while we wait, I can try to get these logs to properly combine. Let's cancel and clear these, and then add these two, combine the logs. KDM won the 2-0 over Fred 6. Oh, here comes the ready up. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This map 2 of RGL Invite Season 5 Highlander Grand Finals. Fred 6 versus Kids Next Door. Kids Next Door winning the first map vigil 2-0 in a very dominant series. Looks like Fred 6 will be rocking the red side on our potentially last map.
No demo man rollout?
Yeah, no demo rollout as Carson will be on demo. We will continue to see the roster changes as Kresnik getting super aggressive across the west side. Can Dave, Chad 420 win this one going across the heavy? Kresnik getting so weak, he actually will die for his life as Olympian Pablo on the scout this time. We actually see some more trying as a bomb comes in across the point. Doesn't gonna find anything quite yet as Lenny rocking that sniper. Actually see some more main classes coming from the side of we will be seeing some more main classes coming from the side of Fred 6, as Ubers did even Chubbs. Hyper 32 is on Medic, and actually, I'm going to hold it down real quick. X-Hunter is on Engineer, Lenny's on Sniper, Chad 420 on Heavy, Hyper 32 is on Medic, is main class, Fusion is on Soldier, that's a main class, Shadowway is on Spy, Blue Walrus on Pyro, Carson on Demo, and Pablo on Scout. They're actually, most of these classes are actually pretty loyal. They've been sticking to what they've been playing throughout the entire season. The first, cap going to go into the favor of Kids Next Door, but the use actually comes in from the side of Fred 6. Looks like they're trying to find anything. Is this actually a crits? Hype that 2 is on crits, but it didn't really get anything, as looks like one of the players from Fred 6 maybe having some, maybe internet issues. Maybe hopefully that'll get fixed. Probably a pause coming in real soon, as they are now 5 down from the side of Fred 6. The cap still into the favor of Kids Next Door, but Uber's around even, as they're going to wait for their blast classes, Carson and Fusion, to respawn, and maybe we'll see a push coming here. Looks like Hype that 32 back, taking a Sniper, Lenny taking the SPS against 4.
I don't understand how K&D knows the counter to our strat.
Yeah, it's...
What?
Yeah, looks like we still have some, internet issues coming off the side of Blue Walrus, but again, looks like the Spy Demento getting super aggressive. Shadowway trying to find his footing to find him, won't quite catch him out, as again, Uber's around the exact same even. As,
I think someone has been leaking the Discord chat log.
Oh yeah, the strategies. Maybe there's like a mole, right? Oh, nice sticky on from Jarrett. Gonna totally deny Fusion as he is into lower. Chubbs Hyper 32 gonna die though. That's gonna put full Uber advantage into the side of Kids Next Door. Massive advantage as they're gonna continue on to this defense. Again, 1 minute left on the clock.
How do they know where to stand to beat them?
If Fred 6 wants to win this round, they have to get some sort of massive play. As again, Chubbs dying. That's gonna be a full Uber advantage for the side of Zukima. And look at K&D, they're completely playing all the way around Zukima. Yeah, Shadowway just dying instantly into a straight line. Zuki is getting completely protected, man.
Have you been saying Demento are strats?
I swear to God, Coach Bucks, I have not told Demento anything, man.
I'm literally... Okay, well... the water...
Why would I, rat out from Coach Bucks?
Just send me chat log between you and Demento right now.
Man, come on. As we're gonna continue on. 40 seconds left on the clock. Mizuki is still sitting at around 50% Uber advantage.
Don't play with me.
Yo, I'm not playing with you, Coach Bucks. I'm not playing. I didn't know snitch. Okay.
You literally snitched.
No, I didn't.
You're a fucking snitch,
No,
bro.
mate. How much? Yo, Kids Next Door.
My team, there's no way my team is getting this hard rolled right now, man. You literally
Chubb so actually Zuki got fourth. Oh, the spam came in from the side of Eddie, gonna take down the Hype Dad 32.
Right?
Man, 5 seconds left on the clock. Can they bound across the point? 4 down now, 5 down is Fred 6, and I think this first round will go into the favor of Kids Next Door. There is the last one, and that will be the first round into the favor of Kids Next Door.
All the effort that I put in this season, you just decide to throw away, like don't fucking ignore me, bull, man.
Yo, nah, I ain't ignoring you, man. No, ignore. Second round coming in. Again, let's see if Fred can find their footing, as I think the classes will be the same as last time. Looks like, Lenny's on scout this time. The bomb comes in straight for Zukima, gets launched into the air. Nice body shot. Looks like Boar is back onto the normal sniper rifle, as they're now 2, 3 down, 4 down from the side of Fred 6. I'm going to keep on counting up, as there is the 5th. Lenny, or not Lenny, Hype Dead 32 dying as Kresnik had a nice flank from lower, and that's another amazingly dominating mid from the side of Kids Next Door. 4 down already from the side of Fred 6. The very tail end of that will be Hunter. He will find a pick onto Edney, so that might free up some space onto the flank. Speedy sitting aggressive up there as Hunter actually on level 3s right now, trying to find a an aggressive gun maybe. Ooh, Demolite charge. Whoa, the trim from Carson. Hold on. Ooh, looks like we have a battle happening right now. Looks like Demento versus Lenny. Lenny again on that force of nature. And before you kind of criticize it again, you like to be seeing, some crazy plays coming in from the side of Fred 6, and that's exactly what they're doing for crazy plays. We see Lenny actually on the Force of Nature, or not the Force of Nature, the Fan of War, and the Fan of War actually marks players for death. Looks like the Pyro is still having some internet issues as yeah, the Force of Nature marks players for death. Yeah, so here's Lenny, deep behind the flank. He's actually at the enemy spawn. And whenever you mark someone for depth, they take mini crits. They only take mini crits until they die, which means that they take 135% damage, which is actually really, really nuts. One pipe will do 135 damage. It's going to completely shred their team. So if, Lenny can hit consistent Fan of Wars onto the team, like he did there, so look at that. You see Eddie, oh, he almost got away with the bonk. But, Eddie, for that entire life, Eddie will now take 135% extra damage. That's actually really, really crazy there. So his life might get completely nullified there. What up, Niall?
Borromeo. Why do you talk so much? Are you compensating for the fact that you have no fucking hairline, bro?
Mate, or casting.
No, I don't care, bro.
Yo, don't roast a man's hairline in the middle of a cast, man. Here comes the use across the point. Here is Fred 6 trying to get aggressive as they can. They actually will pick up Speedy and Eggs. That'll be 2 down for the side of Kids Next Door as Doug Fusion trying to get super aggressive on the board, not quite going to land it as he will bomb behind for the pack. They've already lost 3 from the side of Fred 6. They will get Jarrett.
How does K&D know how to beat charge and targe?
No, but look, they got the cap. Like, Fred 6, the first cap they finally made it onto the board in this grand final series. And here they'll be sitting comfortably. Dude. 4 down for the side of Fred 6. But here comes a trim from Carson. Aggressive. Oh, almost catches Boar out. I'm actually really liking these trims. Amazing, exemplification of skill coming from the side of Carson. I don't know anyone else who can hit those trims. It's just amazing work there. And they will be getting this recapture from the side of Kids Next Door. But, pretty nice to see that, Fred 6 getting onto the board. 30 seconds onto the clock. And they will be sitting pretty comfortably with a 60% advantage as, there will be the pick shot away onto Exa. But there'll just be even more picks from the side of Kids Next Door onto Fred 6.
Bowl of mayo, you're the reason why TF2 is dying.
Yo, I swear to God, if you just keep roasting me, I'm gonna mute you, man.
Okay, allow
me.
No, allow me. No, allow me.
Here,
Coach Bucks, I'm the coach now. I'm head coach. Sit, Coach Bucks. Here comes the aggressive. Here comes the aggressive. Oh, aggressive charge coming from the side of Carson. Not quite. Oh, he won't land it, but he will actually get the force. I don't know why Zukima forced to that. He was actually pretty comfortable health, but they will get the force on the last. They will lose, 4, 5, 6 for it, including Chubbs himself. But you know what? An even Ubers with no advantage for either team is better than having an advantage. And if you have to die for it as medic, well, so be it. You love to see those strats coming from the side of Fred 6. The Shadowray is behind here. He wants to find some sort of pick. Carson's going to be the first, pick casualty here. As Boar going to find a pretty clean snipe as Boar actually will trade off for it as the Olympian Pablo going to win the 1v1 SVS there. Doug trying to go in for an aggressive, bomb, but they're already 3 down, including the player, the spotter coming in. As Chubbs alone on the point, just going to die to some spam for Demento, and it looks like they can't for the life of them reach the point. 2-0 for the side of Kids Next Door, and you know what, ladies and gentlemen, we are 1 round away from declaring our RGL Invite Season 5 Highlander champions. Will it be this round?
I
can't tell you.
We don't know that.
We don't know yet. We're 1 round away though. But
K&D,
we've seen reverse rolls come in. We saw it in the upper bracket finals, and we very well could see it in the grand finals. Here we are, potentially the last round. Chubb sitting aggressive on the left side, actually healing the Bonk Scout. Looks like Dubmeister Lenny trying to get behind again with the Fan of War as the aggressive mid comes in.
What's the score right now?
It's 2-0 in the favor of Kids Next Door.
Okay. I haven't been watching.
No problem. Here comes the and just the sheer aggression from Kids Next Door, bonding across the point, gonna allow the other team to get so many picks in a row. Only 3 up from the side of Fred 6. This is the cap gonna go in immediately, and again the 3rd dominating mid we've seen in a row from the side of Kids Next Door. And Oblivion actually rocking the jetpack as well. Gonna match Flu Walrus. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Flu Walrus still having internet issues. Not a big deal. We actually haven't seen a pause come in. Actually, pretty good sportsmanship from the side of Fred 6. Not pausing, delaying the match for 1 player alone. So good on them as Carson's still gonna be rocking that charge and charge. Let's see if we'll be seeing a Tremp come in here. Uber is Zukima still rocking the 80% Uber advantage, but Carson is behind right now. Will he be able to find anything? Both the spam classes. Look, Carson and Fusion are in the lower together. Will they find a force? Let's see. Is he going to trimp off the ramp? I don't know. Here comes, oh, he landed 2 pipes in a row, but Crescent gonna win that fight. The projectile is just gonna win over that fight for him as, again, massive advantage, 70% advantage from the side of Kids Next Door. Let's go see if the Wars is back. Nope, not quite yet, but you know what? Maybe he'll be back by the end of round 3 as, ooh, Chubb's dying to Oblivion. I'm assuming Oblivion bombed in with that jetpack there. But yeah, you know, surprising. Demento in from behind. Will he get caught up? Demento trying to dance around. He actually will get away with his life as they are 2 down for the side of Kids Next Door. 7v7. But again, Zuhima has this advantage. Can we see a side coming? Here comes the bomb. Eddie getting so weak. Not. Ooh, nice surf on Fusion. Going to land right onto the little banister there as both the flank members from Kids Next Door are getting completely weak. As Aiden, I think Eddie died from the fall damage. The bomb comes in, gonna get taken down is Lenny from the snipe of Boar. There are still 3 down for the side of Kids Next Door. Here comes the Force aggressive across the point. They want to catch Chubbs. Chubbs actually sitting up top. Ooh, is he gonna juke him out? Chubbs jumping right over the heads, right over them. He's leaving. Chubbs with the jukes of the century, trying to leave the rails. So clean, so clean. He's dancing around Speedy, landing the shots though. It's you know. Both of those players, an amazing demonstration of skill. Not only did Chubbs just completely juke him out, but you know, Speedy managed to find his shots in a really stressful situation that is Grand Finals. Back into the Flu Walrus cam. Looks like Flu Walrus will be kind of setting up for his team here. He is going to play a little bit patiently here. He wants to, you know, kind of set up for his team, not into, you know, too fast, because if he ends it, that'll kind of be the end of his push. But you know what? Allowing him to kind of sit there, you know, allow his team to make the you know, position for him, that'll be pretty nice for him as they are 3, 4, 5 down. Alright, inside of Fred 6, 30 seconds left on the clock. Ooh, oh my god, Lenny! Lenny got the kill on Demento! Lenny got a Phantom War kill on Demento! That's legendary! Lenny got the Phantom War kill on Demento! Where is it? Where is it? Lenny got the Phantom War kill onto Demento. That's it. Even if Fred 6 loses this match, it is all worth that thing. They're 4 up. 15 seconds on the clock. 5 down from the side of Fred 6. I'm gonna get onto the global cam. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 up, 10 seconds left. Ladies and gentlemen, your Season 5 Invite Highlander Grand Finalist champions will be Kids Next Door, winning Vigil 2-0 in a clean dominant sweep and winning Cascade in a clean 3-0, every single mid dominant into their favor. And you can't ask for a cleaner Grand Finals if you're Kids Next Door. Let's go update the overlay and we'll go take a look at logs. And actually, I need to look in chat to make sure no one gets banned for saying anything specific.
What's up? You guys want to play some League?
So it looks like the chat is pretty good. Let's go look at the combined logs here, as I think we'll be having an interview with Fred 6 coming in real soon. Let's go see who's in the Discord. Okay, so here we have Shotaway and Carson, members of Fred 6.
It's time to play some League.
How'd that match go? What do you guys think of that match, you know?
That was amazing. I made my invite debut.
Oh yeah, so here is Chad420, the heavy that did, you know, ring in or sub in from the side of Fred 6. This was not only your invite debut, but your invite debut was in the Grand Finals. How you have to be ecstatic as a player, even if you don't win it. That's amazing. You have played in one of the most exclusive matches that the majority of Highlander players can't even claim.
Yeah, I'm honored to play with these guys. I've known these guys for years, and it's just really good all around. GG to everybody. We may not have won, but I feel like we won by having fun.
And is Swagger M Hyped at 32? Are you here?
Yeah, what's up?
So again, congratulations on making Grand Finals in the first place. It's amazing for any player to get there. So what were you guys thinking coming into this match? You know, maybe strategies or just give me your thoughts, your overall outlook on that match.
I'd say overall, I was well fought. We had people going up and down the line, committing on plays. I was trying to look for the drop shot on board, wasn't able to make it happen. But I can say that I did snipe against Boar in the grand final, and
Not many people can say that.
I mean, GG all niggers,
Right? And you gotta respect that, honestly. If we take a look at the logs, top damaging will be Boar, 5100 damage, actually out damaging Jarrett with a nice KD of 18 and 3. Top fragging will be Speedy, 22 and 3, and again top deathing. Look again, Shotaway dying 21 times. He died top death as a demo as well, and you know what? He just continues to die. As hello Pablo, another player from the side of the Fred 6 team. Any thoughts coming into that match? During the match, just give me your thoughts altogether.
My name is Bowl of Man.
Well, hold on. I have a comment to make about this Cascade law.
Oh yeah, please give me a note.
What was it? Week 6 when these guys faced K&D on Lakeside.
Oh no, actually, hold on.
I just
I
want to
want-
say I outdamaged
Look at
Kresnik
this.
playing
Look at the
heavy.
kill difference.
No,
It's the
here's the thing, okay? So if you don't get any stats at all, you don't show up in the logs. And if I'm counting correctly, there's only 17 players in these logs. Where's Flu Walrus?
Yeah, you might be
I think he's
realizing
gonna
that
snap.
Blue Wars
King of the-
might have just been.
Hold on. Maybe I'm just blind. Let me control
Well,
F
just having
Flu
a snack.
You know,
Flu
in
Walrus.
Lakeside,
Wait.
the same thing happened in Lakeside. So
Blue Walrus was getting a snack on Lakeside.
I
too,
just
yeah,
control F.
but-
He's not there. 1, 2,
Yeah, no,
3,
Flu Walrus
4,
was AFK
5,
for the whole
6,
campaign.
7,
He
8,
was
9,
a little hungry,
10,
he
11,
got a
12,
little-
I got
13,
internet
14,
issues.
15. There's 17. Wait a minute. Hold on, let me go back into in-game. Maybe we can see if Flu Walrus... Flu Walrus is still dedicated, throughout all the turmoil for Flu Walrus, sticking in with his team, one of the last people in the server. A loss will not upset him. He will continue to overcome and, kind of power through that. This loss, he got... At the very end of the day, you can't look negative upon this. He got to the grand finals, and he can't be mad over that. He will be in this server. I think he'll probably be the last one into the server. Just as a measure of his dedication, you gotta give kudos to Flu Walrus.
Can you drag him in to the channel?
Is he
I
here?
don't think he's here.
Yo, Fluis?
Might have to give him a kiss to wake him up.
Oh yeah. So as Sandra was saying, earlier we saw on Vigil, there was a kill difference of 78. That's around 8 team wipes. If you look on Cascade, there was a kill difference of...
We playing some ARAM?
There was a kill difference of 77. So around the
Let's get some
exact
ARAM
same
going.
kill difference, just amazing performance from Kids Next Door, getting
Bro,
almost
ARAM,
8
bro.
more team wipes in a row, and that's really it. Heals again. It looks like most of them are gonna be on Chad 420. Zuki having almost
You see, I got the Valorant
double the heals from Chadford or from Hype32. I'm gonna deafen because I gotta close this out before I get even more before this VOD gets deleted. Because if I get enough reports, I will get banned. SVS taking a look at this 3-1 actually in Boar's favor. Boar finally having the head advantage into this entirety of the grand finals. I'll see if I can combine all 3 of these logs real quick, but it wasn't working last time. We'll see if it can work this time. Or actually, it was what 5-0 Fred 6. Let's see if we can upload these. If we can't, too bad. And I'll get one last goodbye from all the players. Let's see if I can actually get a. We'll see if I can get a individual from Kids Next Door to represent themselves.
Well played, all.
All right, I'm trying to get Demento in here to get a fair interview from both sides,
Bad
but
man is
yeah,
gone.
we gotta
Bad
see
man
what
is
we
gone.
gotta see what Candy has to say.
The
Don't
bad
do
man's
it.
back.
Oh no!
The
Oh
bad
no! They
man's back.
declined.
The bad man's
Oh
back.
no! Get the dog out of
Nah,
here!
nah.
Get the-
Fred
get the
6
dog out of
declined.
here.
Yep.
Get the dog out of here.
It
He's a bad
looks like Demento
bad
did
man.
decline
He's a
to
bad man.
give
No,
some
you
give
know
some
what?
words, but
No, guys, on behalf of the team, I think we might have to.
all right.
What
So
Hyphen, how was grand
Oh,
finals?
looks like
what
the
did you
co-
think of
log did
grand
combine.
finals?
okay, we have the combined logs, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen.
I believe
I
this has
out of
created a
all
new
of my
definition of grand finals.
I need you guys to listen. Out of all my time playing and casting, this is the first time I've ever witnessed a kill difference of 176. And if we convert that to wipes, K&D had almost 20 more team wipes onto Fred 6 in the grand finals of Invite Season 5. If we want to really elaborate on these more, Jarrett 38-4, top damaging the server with 13,000 damage, top fragging will be Speedy 48-11, top deathing will be Shotaway 10-46. We've seen that throughout the entire season. And then if you want to look at,
They're good at spy checking.
if you want to look at damage once again, Flu Walrus throughout a 27-minute grand finals going 0-17 with 130 damage. That means over the course of half an hour, he only hit 2, ham shanks. So you know what? You can't roast him. Top damage taken will be Chad 420, eating
Yeah,
almost double the
I'm
damage
already
of
in.
Shotaway.
Wait for me, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have been Bull. This is the entirety of Fred 6 and all my
Oh,
co-casters
man,
throughout the
that
entire
is-
season. Thank you to Sand for doing
Shout out
production.
to
Thank you
Juan.
to
Hey, yo,
thank
GG's
you
all,
to Niall.
guys.
Thank you
Hey,
for
yo,
Niall
GG's
to
all,
be my
guys.
co-caster.
Hey, if I
Yo.
get banned, guys. Hey, guys, if I get banned, fuck it. I did it for the boys,
Yeah,
dude.
for the boys.
And that's the
For the
thing.
boys.
That's the
For the
thing.
boys.
I did it for the boys. And
Alright.
anyone says that they doubt me or something is going on wrong, fuck it. It's me
Fuck it.
and my boys.
Man,
Let's
Any,
go.
any
Alright.
last words,
Any
Hyper?
closing
boys.
remarks?
My-
Any
not
closing
my
remarks?
boys,
Any
my
last
brothers.
words?
Ah, man, I think I just.
And said,
Alright, can I quiet? Can I quiet?
and said,
Alright, I'm not going to get quiet to close all off. That has been your end of Season 5. We've covered almost every single week. I'm Bull. Again, thank you for Sand for production. Thank you for Niall for being my co-caster and the entirety of Fred 6. I have been Bull. Thank you guys for all the follows, and I'll catch you next season. Salutaciones.